Patriot Hour. I'm Michael, your host for 6/11/2018. We got some new Anon Q clearance, breadcrumbs, drops, updates. I'm going to read these here. If you're new to the channel, thanks for stopping by. Please subscribe, like, share, comment, drop a comment, drop a comment down below after the video. Okay, so the last one I did was 1450 in the series. We were at 1451. 1451, this came at 11:24. Does Kim look nervous prior to the big meeting with the POTUS? Did they already meet long ago? Is he preparing at his hotel with advisors ahead of time? Or is he out enjoying the freedom he never had in the past? Deal done, safe, on guard? POTUS moves up departure. Why? The world is safer. Iran developments coming, right? All right, so we heard about this, folks. We heard about this months ago. Deal's been done. Iran, Kim wasn't really in control, but he was going to be given power back. This has already been done months and months ago. We heard about it. We known about it. We just went over there to do the dog and pony show, despite what the mainstream's been telling you, or saying, or screaming loud. So, did Kim look nervous? No. Did they already meet long ago? Yes. Is he preparing at his hotel with advisors ahead of time? Or is he just out enjoying freedom? Yes, he's out enjoying freedom that he's never had. The deal is done. Yes. Safe. Yes. On guard? Yeah, maybe, but probably not. You know, not mentally, not like it was. POTUS moves up departure. Why? It's a waste of time to be there any longer. The world's already safer. Let's move on. All right, 1452 in the series, hence. Why POTUS is leaving earlier than planned. While the media has a filled day with the news, the events have already taken place. We are hungry for arrests. Q puts at 11:28 a.m. here. IG report, Huber, you have more than you know. Q. 1453, we have an anonymous poster at 11:31. 2 grand, says the IG report, loaded top to bottom with redactions. You might get closer to see a couple. You might get to see a couple, a and they and the, but after that, censored. Q puts in response to that at 11:38. He posted that for direct context, and he puts, there will be many redactions. Why was an executive order put on ice? To wait for the release of the Clinton investigation? Portion of the IG report? Why? To include in the D class. Why would it be important to include all in one? Optics are meaningful. Political hit job narrative. Republicans versus D's. Not right versus wrong. Projection. End of the D party. The leaders. IG Huber. Who appointed Huber? Reread. Again. Slowly and carefully. We'll get that going up. Okay, 1454. Let's look at this real quick. Okay, so this is a Turley. Sessions appointing Utah federal prosecutor, much better for Trump than second special counsel. This is from the 31 of March. Washington, D.C. Professor Jonathan Turley, a top national legal expert on government investigations, commented on Thursday about Attorney General Jeff Sessions' decision to bring in U.S. Attorney John Huber. Turley called it brilliant to combine all the powers of the U.S. Department of Justice Inspectors General with a prosecutor who can bring charges, seek indictments, and get results for President Trump far more quickly than a second special counsel. Turley is a law professor at George Washington University who attained national fame during the 1998 impeachment of President Bill Clinton as a top legal authority on special counsels and congressional investigations of government wrongdoing, including criminal wrongdoing. His reputation has only grown during the intervening 20 years as he has weighed in on scandals and investigations of public officials from both political parties. Sessions sent a letter over to the House Judiciary Committee Chairman Bob Goodlatte, out of Virginia, House Oversight Committee Chairman Trey Gowdy from South Carolina, and Senate Judiciary Chairman Chuck Grassley of Iowa, informing them that Huber is conducting a full-fledged criminal investigation into all the matters Republicans are calling for a special counsel to investigate. Huber has been investigating these possible crimes for about 5 months, since November. So during an interview on Lou Dobbs' Fox Business News network show, Turley explained to guest host Stuart Varney that the media are wrongly reporting that Sessions will not appoint a second special counsel. He did not foreclose the possibility of a special counsel. He insisted. Instead, Turley explained that Sessions has ordered Huber to team up with the Inspector General, IG, within the Justice Department to investigate these matters. Sessions informed Congress in his letter that all the matters recommended for investigation by Goodlatte, Gowdy, and Grassley are fully within the scope of Huber's existing mandate. He also informed the chairman of the Inspector General, Michael Horowitz, who is working with Huber, has a staff of 470 investigators, giving Huber access to enormous investigative firepower that far exceeds the staff of any special counsel they could have put together, folks. The point is critical because, as Sessions' March 29 letter explains, the Inspector General's jurisdiction to conduct civil and criminal investigation includes actions taken by former employees after they have left government service. Then Huber can act on any of those matters. That's huge right there. So as a U.S. attorney, Huber has full authority to impanel a grand jury to file criminal charges. A grand jury can be impaneled anywhere, which means that it could be a group of citizens from deep red Utah in the heart of Trump country, instead of the D.C. swamp, that decides whether to hand down indictments for felony prosecution. The Inspector General's jurisdiction extends not only to allegations of legal violations, but also to allegations that department employees violated established practices as well. Sessions added in his letter, which means that the IG report can hold people accountable even for actions that do not violate a specific statute. I think Sessions did the right thing here, said Turley. I think the president should listen to General Sessions on this one. Sessions can't always appoint a special counsel, Turley explained, but that should not even be necessary because Huber, who has the ability to prosecute cases, do these prosecutors have the same power to investigate and get to the bottom of things that a special counsel would have, Varney asked. Actually, yes, Turley answered. I think people are missing what could be a brilliant move here by Sessions. What did he essentially combine the powers of the Inspector General with the powers of a line prosecutor? What he did is essentially combine the powers, right? The prosecutors do not have not just the experience and training to look for a criminal case. He also has the ability to move a case of that kind into court. Not only that, but if Sessions believes crimes were committed, but Huber for some reason does not bring charges, Sessions has reserved the right to go ahead and appoint a special counsel, said Turley. That's a powerful combination. When Varney asked if Huber and Horowitz's status as Obama holdovers creates a possible problem for Sessions and President Trump, Turley said no, observing that each man has a great reputation as a dodged investigator. Breitbart News has separately confirmed that the Utah Orrin Hatch and Mike Lee, both of whom are Republicans who support aggressive investigation of these scandals, enthusiastically supported Huber to be reappointed by President Trump and as his U.S. attorney in Utah. The Senate confirmed Huber in 2017 for a second term. Huber is a Utah lawyer, not a D.C. lawyer. That distance between him and Washington is very important, Turley explained, because Huber is not part of the deep state. That is, he doesn't have the cozy buddies with the cocktail party scene that is suspected of perpetrating all of these actions against President Trump and his administration. Turley said President Trump should be very happy that Sessions chose this route of appointing Huber, who has the power to seek indictments, prosecute cases, and teamed up with Horowitz, who has over 470 investigators at his disposal. If the president wants to see swift and decisive action, if a special counsel were appointed, there would be a great deal of delay, Turley stated, versus a team of Huber and Horowitz, who already have 5 months into this investigation. So that is huge. That is huge. He said, who appointed Huber? Sessions. Slowly and carefully read. We did. All right, we're going to move up here to 1454 in the series. This came at 11:56, just before 12 noon. I mean, just less than an hour ago. EU sanctions, all right, European Union sanctions. Iran, leaders of the European Union, EU, only care about protecting flow of money, not the safety and security of their people and the world. Iran deal orchestrated for the sole purpose of lifting sanctions blockade to allow access of foreign businesses for individual and countrywide enrichment scam. Nothing to do with nukes. That was a cover. Hussein pallets of cash. Hussein secret authorization to convert USD. More coming. No MSN coverage. Get popcorn. Hussein secret authorization to convert United States dollar. USD. 1455. We got London Picks. This came at 12:09. This is just after noon, so 12:09 p.m. London Picks, previous, year determined, relevant, 2015/2016. Find the markers, street/surrounding buildings, updates. UK and SIS, Signals Intelligence Service, White House, CIA, FBI, DOJ, Joint-Treason. You have a choice. Signals Intelligence Service, good. Agents, the time is now. Contact window, S, good. Biblical. Biblical, folks. All right, we're going to take a look here real quick. All right. Nothing more on Trump. Shows on the right one. Okay, so we read the article. We had a couple of good new ones here. A couple of new photos. Let's look here. Maybe I missed. So there's a garden. Got that photo. I didn't show this one earlier. North Korean leader Kim Jong-un and his entourage in Singapore on June 11th. There's Kim in the center here, surrounded by his entourage. Security personnel at the Sand Sky Park on June 11th, 2018, where North Korean leader Kim Jong-un is expected to visit. So, why did they leave early? It's a scripted movie, folks. They're already done all this. They've met secretly, possibly. They've taken care of all the details. The whole flight over, this whole thing is for, you have to do it. It's the officialness. The media is going to spin for the next day. They already have been, so nothing new there. I'll take a look here at one more thing. All right, so U.S. says North Korea talks moving quickly, Trump to leave early. All right, so we're already getting reports that AP, Associated Press, Singapore President Donald Trump plans to depart early from his unprecedented summit with Kim Jong-un, where they just did groundbreaking, historical moves here, folks, declaring that nuclear talks with North Korea have moved more quickly than expected. Trump has been scheduled to fly back to Washington on Wednesday morning after spending Tuesday with the North Korean leader in Singapore. But on the eve of the summit, he altered his schedule, opting to return at about 8 p.m. on Tuesday after a full day of meetings with Kim, almost 15 hours earlier than previously anticipated. The discussions between the United States and North Korea are ongoing and moved more quickly than expected, the White House said in a statement. It wasn't immediately clear what specific progress, if any, had been made in preliminary discussions between U.S. and North Korean. It wasn't immediately clear what specific progress, if any, had been made in preliminary discussions between the U.S. and North Korean officials in a run-up to Tuesday's summit. In fact, only hours before the White House announcement, U.S. Secretary of State Mike Pompeo had seemed to lower expectations for the meeting, which Trump had earlier predicted could potentially yield an on-the-spot deal to end the Korean War. We are hopeful this summit will have the set conditions for future successful talks, Pompeo said. So, all right. I mean, it is a done deal, folks. We knew. Again, dog and pony show. They had to do it. Great progress is happening. Things are unfolding. is going to be another week of just lots of information coming down. Lots of the things we've been seeing have just been totally reported on in a wrong manner. That's all. Key things. You know, if something happens, you're going to have the media eyes on it, and they're talking about it. It's how they're talking about it. So typically it is 90% truth. It's just how you report or how you paint the picture. It's nice to get the truth. It's just hard to get. Watching the mainstream, you have to decipher and hear what you're not hearing, typically. All right, so I'm Mike. This is a Patriot Hour. Q updates, Q Anon, Q clearance. We did them. What is Q? What are we talking about? Again, if you're new to the channel, just stopping in, this is the very first time you ever hit this channel and you're hearing Q. What is Q? What are we talking about? Take a look around the channel. I got one that's called What is QAnon? Did that a couple months ago. It kind of breaks it down. Other than that, please like, subscribe, share, comment, drop us an email. Take a look in the description box under the video. That's where a lot of the links are. The QAnon. We typically leave links of anything that we go over and get into for you to be able to look a little further for yourself and to verify for yourself. So, all right, I'm Mike. This is a Patriot Hour. God bless, Godspeed, and have a great afternoon to each and every one of you. And we'll see you back here for the next update video.